If two circles, arcs of the same length, subtends angles 60 degrees and 75 degrees at the center, then find the ratio of their radii. So let's draw two circles first. There goes one circle, and we have the second circle. Okay, so let's mark the centers. It says arcs of the same length subtends angles 60 degrees and 75 degrees at the center. So let's make some arc. Okay, so that's one arc there. Okay, that's our first arc, and this is 60 degrees. Next we have another arc, and that is also of the same length as the yellow one, but this angle is 75 degrees. Okay, so this length and this length are same, right? So let's just call the length for the time being as L. Okay, L is the length of the arc. Let's focus on circle 1. So it subtends an angle of 60 degrees at the center. So how many parts of the total angle 360 degrees is this 60 degree? Well, that's easy to find. So 60 degrees is equal to 1 by some n parts of the total 360 degrees. So if you solve this equation, then you get n as 6, right? So this angle is 1/6 of total 360, okay? Which means this arc subtended, or the length of the arc, would also be 1/6 of the total circumference. So if we assume the radius as, let's say, r1, then our arc length L in our case would be, if the radius is r1, 1/6 of 2 pi r1. Okay, now let's focus on circle 2. It subtends an angle 75 degrees. So 75 degrees, let's say, that is some m parts of 360 degrees. Okay, so now what is m? Well, you just divide 360, or divide 75 by 360, so we get m. So that's the number of parts that 75 degrees is of 360. Okay, so m is equal to 5 by 24, right? So if this radius, let's say radius of the second circle is r2, then again doing similar, the length of our arc would be L is equal to this m, so that's 5 by 24 times 2 pi times r2, right? And we want to find the ratio of their radii, which means we want to find something like r1 is to r2, or r1 by r2. You want to find this fraction. Okay, since this L and that L, they're equal, we can actually equate them, or better still, we can just divide these two equations, right? So if this is equation 1 and if this is equation 2, then on division they would give us, well, L divided by L is equal to 1/6 times 2 pi r1 divided by 5 by 24 times 2 pi r2, right? So now if we solve this equation, then we can directly get r1 by r2. So what is that? Well, we can just cancel these two, and then 2 pi and 2 pi gets cancelled, 24 goes in the numerator, 6 comes to the denominator, so we can cancel this. So then we have we cancel that, and we have actually r1 by r2. So this would be, let's say if we simplify this is 4r1 by 5r2 is 1. So r1 by r2 is actually equal to 5 by 4, and that's our answer.